everything I've ever built has been, well, pretty square. A lot of flat panels, straight legs, and 90-degree corners. The most adventurous I get might be a circular tabletop or rounding over an edge. It's the work that I'm most comfortable with, but it's kind of becoming a crutch. So today I'm tackling that fear head on, and I'm gonna build a small side table with curved legs. And it's gonna be my first real step away from straight lines. For years now, I've drooled over photos of furniture that I just can't make yet. Tables and chairs with legs that curve and flow, made by people who've clearly spent years honing their craft. I've never started because curves feel intimidating. Almost anyone can cut one single curve. The hard part is what comes after, making sure all the legs match and that the table looks intentional and not like it happened by accident. For the curve, I'm not gonna freehand it. I'm gonna use a simple jig to draw a smooth arc, then transfer it to a template. Then I'll rough cut everything at the bandsaw and flush everything up at the router table. None of it's gonna require years of practice or a great eye that I just don't have yet. But that's the part that makes me nervous. Learning a method isn't the same as guaranteeing a good result. A jig can help me draw a smooth curve, but it doesn't help guarantee that it's the right curve. And a template helps make the legs repeatable at the router table, but it doesn't guarantee that I don't make a mistake in the execution. I can put all of this work in and still end up with a table that just looks kind of off. And I won't really know until all 4 legs are together under the tabletop at the very end. And I can't just practice my way into it. My woodworking happens in short windows, an hour after my son goes to sleep or a random Saturday afternoon. There's no world where I can cut 40 practice legs just to figure this out. That's why this template matters so much. And this is where relying on jigs and established methods is really gonna pay off. Because I'm not gonna try and trust myself to freehand a decent curve. Instead, I'm gonna use a drawing bow. The drawing bow obviously makes drawing a smooth arc really easy. But what's harder for me to understand as a beginner is whether or not these lines on some MDF are gonna translate into a good table leg once everything's in 3 dimensions. And once I commit to this, that's it. If I make a mistake here, I'm gonna be making it 4 times over. So I'm gonna spend way longer than is probably reasonable trying to get this part right. It was bound to happen eventually. I've made my first mistake on this project. I dramatically underestimated how much wood it would take to do 4 curved legs. That wide of a curve just really eats into my available stock. So thankfully, I managed to find this very gnarly looking piece of walnut up on my shelf. And it's just thick enough that once I plane it down, I'll be able to pull off 3 legs instead of 4. Sometimes you just gotta roll with what you've got. So I start by roughing out the first leg at the bandsaw, getting as close to the line as I can. Then I take them to the router to clean up the rest. The plan is to keep this simple. Trim really close, then let a flush trim bit on the router, bring each leg down to the template in one pass. And that was a great idea, right up until this piece bit me and the router bit started tearing chunks out of the end of my leg. On the next 2 pieces, I'm clearly gonna have to pay better attention to grain direction. Yeah, for a first time out, I'm not entirely unhappy with how these are turning out. The tear out on that first leg is obviously pretty unfortunate, but It's a learning project, so I'm gonna hide it under the tabletop and I'll live with it for now. So now I've got two finished legs, and this is the first time that that curve I drew earlier is something that I can hold and look at in real life. I'm not entirely displeased with how things are turning out. The router and the template took care of making sure that they're roughly identical, with the exception of that tear out on the first leg. For a learning project, I'm not gonna let it bother me that much. But the real test is gonna be finishing that third leg and seeing how everything looks under a tabletop. So here's all three legs with a top mounted. This is that moment that I mentioned way back at the start of the video that I was feeling really nervous about. The only thing that's mattered to me through this entire process is trying to figure out if the decisions I've made, the curve I drew, the way I put it together, the proportions, make it look like an intentional piece of furniture rather than a beginner's nervous first try. It mostly works. From across the room, I think it looks great. Up close, you definitely notice some of the tiny details I missed and some of the mistakes I made during the leg assembly. The other thing I would change is the proportions. This is a very tippy table, but for a single mug or a book, it works great. Honestly, this is the best outcome I could have hoped for, because a few poor design decisions means I can learn from my mistakes and get better for next time. This table is more than good enough to keep, but it's still just a first step. I'm still not the guy who shapes a curve freehand or builds elaborate, organic-looking furniture. That work's still way ahead of me, and I still want it. But for years, every photo I saved was a piece of furniture that somebody else had made. Now one of them's mine. This whole build came down to one simple jig that helped me draw a curve that I didn't trust my hands to draw on their own. I lean on jigs like that constantly, but the first jig that a lot of us build is one that I got wrong. It was big, heavy, and awkward to use. So recently, I scrapped it entirely and decided to build one that was light, easy to use, and one that I actually reach for. That video's next.